That looks really exciting, doesn't it? But I welcome you back to Indian Trace. You know there's going to be more to it than that. I promise you, if you know Indian Trace by this time. Of course, a rare find that I found. I don't metal detect, but I did pick it up out in a site. I have an opportunity. I had a request come in that had some questions about Sugar-Quartz. About once a year, I'll visit my Sugar-Quartz and or where the collection is or where my display pieces are at that time. Now, it's in a pile like this. Sugar-Quartz is, at least in my opinion, some of the most curious, resilient, excellent, and fun stuff here in Eastern North Carolina. It's, I would say, fairly rare. Not as rare as some of the more exquisite flints, and I might find 1 or 2 points around there. Sugar-Quartz does have some serrated pieces, and we're going to check this out. But finding a piece in Sugar-Quartz, and you see a serrated piece right there, we're going to get through this. Finding a serrated piece, not of Sugar-Quartz, but altogether, is very rare around here. I might have in my display for serrated flint 15 pieces. Look at this pile up. Crazy. We're going to just do a transfer and take a closer look at this just to have a little winter time. Now here, it's winter, but it's about 73 degrees and sunny, although the sites are not real prepped right now. And if you can, I mean, that'll make a good desktop right there, wouldn't it? I do that sort of thing a lot of times. Sugar-Quartz. Super resilient stuff. So I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 transfer videos and get this stuff out of here and make a couple comments about it as usual. And possibly, as usual, a couple comments about current events. That sort of thing. Just have a little fun here with this today. Some spectacular pieces. The best Sugar-Quartz pieces I have ever found. And I haven't been looking that long. So I'm going to transfer them over to here. And we're just going to check some things out. I am very curious about Sugar-Quartz. I don't know where it comes from. I've never found, well, maybe I have seen it, but I just didn't really realize it. I don't know if it comes from close by or not. All I do know is that it's pretty cool stuff. Look at this piece from Deer Passage. I want to let you see that. I mean, look at the different colors in this stuff. The nuances of color in Sugar-Quartz. Pinks, creams, reds, grays, yellows, charcoal gray. Mercy, right? It's all speckled too. Look at this piece from Deer Passage. Just a great Marl Mountain. If you've never felt Sugar-Quartz, it feels like sandstone, but smoother because it's a quartzite. So it does have the granular, but it's a great piece. Nothing wrong with that. Mercy, right? And I'm just going to go through the pile. Here's a piece from the Bear, probably about 4 years ago. I know the exact spot. You know, often you know the exact spot you find something. My hands are so red that it takes away from the red of this stone or the cream of it. But check out this color. Crazy, right? Here's a very light coffee with way too much cream. And here's an orangish Sugar-Quartz. Just crazy. Well, Sugar-Quartz, it's not like, you know, milky quartz or quartz, because quartz is also similar. I mean, here's the closest piece to regular quartz that you'll find, but it is definitely Sugar-Quartz. And it's a piece that actually glows orangish red. You can pick that up. Found at the Vulture. It's got a little rose quartz in it. I know why they used it. It's tough as nails, resilient. And I found some broken pieces in Sugar-Quartz, but you know, it just seems that when I find Sugar-Quartz, it's you know, it's a whole point. It's pretty cool. I mean, look at the variations in those alone. So as we sail through, as you can see right here, look at this pile. The majority is a gray, a really great, rich gray color to charcoal gray. But what amazes me most, I think, in taking a look at this, is just how they could make so many different styles, and which probably indicates a spectrum of time. We're talking thousands of years that could separate some of these pieces. I mean, this could be a big woodland point with a straight base, but this is good. This Marl Mountain and these stem points could be completely different. I know Marl Mountain is pushing back to about 4000 BC conservatively, and then Sugar-Quartz, you're looking at a piece like this from Opening Sands. I mean, what on earth, right? Mercy. See the speckles in it? I was talking to a YouTuber, and I mentioned to them that it's different now collecting, because when I go out, I don't go out looking for a site. I'll keep my eye open for anything new or whatever, but it's rare. My hands are full with going places where I know where they were. Look at that piece, will you? So if I know where they were, I know what is there. No doubt about it. I know what is there. And so that's really what I spend my time doing. Look at this big piece. We'll get it there. This is from Saponi. Super curious piece. In Sugar-Quartz. Well, I'm not going to make each one of these too long. I'm going to transfer through this pile and probably make some videos. I want to post some links if you want to check it out. And if you like the link, share it. I mean, we have to do it by hand because, unfortunately, there are some uneducated, historically, young people who consider themselves social justice warriors who will not let freedom of speech happen. They don't want to let the best ideas win, but the best ideas will always win when there's freedom. Look at this piece, right? Man, I guess that could tell a story, right? You can tell it's really right off the back there. So, I say that to say that if you like the link, share them, because that's part of what I do to try to keep up with things and to try to help people who don't have all the avenues, and they actually think that the mainstream news media tells them the truth. Truth. Well, I want you to do something. If you happen to watch, and I'm going to watch, State of the Union has a whole lot more going on with it tonight that is directly affecting your national security and things that have transpired in the last month. It's not just about a State of the Union speech tonight. There's a whole lot of contending going on, a whole lot of politics, if you will. It's going to be wild, but I guarantee one thing. The president is going to tell you the truth. That's what he's been fighting for. But a lot of people are so blinded and have been so confused by the mud and the muddle of the lies that are now unfolding and being clothes are being taken off of them. I think you could say because the fact that, number one, because of all the evidence, there's a lot of indictments happening based on corruption and based on literally treason against you and against the United States of America, that many players, including players in the government, FBI, CIA, were participating in open treason and sedition. It's bad. But as those get wound up and the indictments continue to go forth, and they are, And you might say, well, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Well, of course. The mainstream news media will not report any of it, although it is open information and it is available for those who want to know what's happening. And for those who want to know how it's all handled when it comes to the military intelligence, or the National Security Agency, the NSA. Look at this point from Coyote Pass. I'm going to get away from that. I'm going to finish this and begin another as I transfer this pile. There's just a lot of great sugar quartz. It's a pile transfer day. Look at these two. Maybe I'll go by twos. Piece right here from the Hawk. It's just sugar quartz overload, right? And then another piece here from Hidden Hill, Site 2. What a Guilford, right? Crazy. Now, let's just grab two more before I sail forward. And we'll examine them. This is from across the street from where I live. I wish the site came open. It is for sale, for building a house, which just gives me fits because it's full. Had about one farm cycle I went through and I pulled about 39 artifacts out of it. And here's a piece right here from the Cascade. Sugar-Quartz. Mercy. So I challenge you, just wipe the deck of presupposed ideas and opinions based on things you've heard. And, watch the State of the Union. Listen with an open heart and open mind. Watch innuendos. Try to figure out what you really believe to be true. Your heart won't lie to you. It'll tell you the truth. And that's all we can ask. Let's go on to the next one and transfer this stuff.